Hey girl. So happy Vlogmas day 4. Today I wanted to come and really talk about when something doesn't work for mommy. And really feeling comfortable saying no, saying not right now, saying give me a minute to our kids. I think that early on in my motherhood, when I was trying to figure out what's the right way to do it and reading all these books and doing all this research, whether they intended to or not, I came away feeling like to be a conscious parent, to be a respectful parent, we have to always be aware of what it is our kids want, be helping to meet their needs, and that was how we were going to maintain a relationship with them. And if I think back on it, I'm pretty sure that's not what they were saying. But in that time when I was reading it and learning it, that's what I got. And naturally, that became not feasible, because who can always say yes to their kids? What I realized more recently, honestly, is what it comes down to is me not feeling comfortable handling what would happen after my kids heard no. And therefore, I was trying to refrain from saying no to them. And so it became this thing where instead of, teaching them about people's boundaries and that sometimes the answer is no, in order to keep myself regulated and to avoid the tantrum or meltdown, I would just try my best to figure out how to do whatever it was that they wanted so that I would avoid the meltdown. And so as of more recently and as of lately, I don't know why I'm trying to figure out so many different ways to say that. Anyways, I am focusing on kind of like from day one, and I think that's really kind of starting to shape how I'm showing up, is I can say or do whatever it is that I need to do and breathe through what the response and reaction is from the other person. So, say for instance, even something as simple as like my kids saying, can I have water? Okay, no, let me start from, let's say at lunchtime, okay, I try my best to get my kids everything that they're going to need for lunch, because inevitably there will be something that I didn't give them. Because also, when they sit down for lunchtime, I either want to sit down and like take a rest, or I will be eating too. So the plan is to have them set so that I can have my moment. Anyway, so I would try to give them everything that they will need for lunchtime, right? And there is always, it doesn't matter, food, utensils, water, napkin, it doesn't matter. They need something else. Or it's something that they usually don't eat and now have decided it's their favorite thing, scarfed down that one item out of the 3 to 4 things on their plate, and are now saying, mommy, can I have some more chicken? Okay. And this is like as soon as I sit down, like you have everything you need. You can't be done. What is it? I want some more chicken. A lot of the time it's water, but so let's say water. Mommy, I want some more water. What I would do before was get up from what I was doing right in that moment, and annoyed about it as well. Let's not leave that out. Annoyed about it as well. And get up and get them water right at that moment. And the reality is, I was doing that so that number one, it kind of felt like, oh, they're saying this is something that they need, so I need to get this for them in this moment. Like, it felt very, oh, am I a bad mom? Ooh, this is just coming up for me now too. Am I a bad mom if my kids have to wait on water? We're talking basic needs here. Not factoring in that they've had water all morning, access to water all morning, and have now just run out of it. I think it sometimes does come down to, these are things that are important to them, and they're telling me this is something that they need. But in reality, they can wait on that water, or say it's something that's not a basic need, like, oh, I want candy. Instead of saying no, I feel like my fallback used to be, we have candy at home, or not right now. And sometimes the answer is not right now. But the reality is, sometimes the answer is no, that's not going to work for mommy. I don't want you guys to have candy right now because it's almost time for your nap and it's going to make you hyper. And so I end up playing these like mental gymnastics instead of just saying, hey, no candy today. Breathing through whatever is to follow. Another example of this I think about is like wanting to play, like the kids wanting to play, or like me to do something with them. And you know what's crazy about this? I feel like my husband has no issue with this. He can get them going. I mean, we're wrestling, we're throwing, they're having a good time. And then like when he's done, he does not feel like, oh, well, I started playing with them and they're having so much fun. Now when I'm ready to stop, I can't really stop. That wouldn't be fair to them. He does not feel like that. If he's done playing with them and throwing them, then he's done. So if I think about like playing with the kids, it's like, oh, mommy, can you do this? And instead of me saying, mommy doesn't want to play right now, we can do something later, I can tend to feel like, and this is not all the time, but there are times that I can feel like, oh, well, no, I should play with them, especially if it's like, oh, they don't have anything to do, or I haven't set them up with anything to do. I should play with them, even if I don't want to. And so I think with all of this, it comes down to your kids, your spouse, other people will have requests of you. And I think in a lot of areas, we are aware that we can say no, but I think that there are some people and in some situations where it feels like we have to do what they're asking us to do. And unless you are consciously choosing a yes, or unless you feel confident about that yes, it is okay to say, no, that doesn't work for me, and offer them what you can do. No, mommy doesn't want to play blocks right now, but we can do hoot owl hoot, or whatever. And so I think just feeling more comfortable and confident in your personal ability to make decisions for yourself, and trusting that your kids will be able to handle that. Because I think sometimes we let other people's, and I'll speak for myself, I think sometimes I can let other people's reactions dictate what I'm going to do, and then still feel like they've done something to me, when in actuality, that is a choice that I made, and I either need to own or make another choice next time. So I feel like that got a little longer than we usually do, but I wanted to know from you guys for the question for today. Are you somebody who has a hard time saying no? And for what reason? Like, are you aware of in what areas it's hard to say no? Or are you somebody that's like, no, if it's a no, it's definitely a no? So thank you so much for watching today, our fourth Vlogmas. We're still going strong. Please subscribe if you're interested in more content like this, where I am sharing my life in motherhood, the things I'm learning, and how I'm trying to grow and become a better mom and a better woman. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow, girl. Bye.